I would like to start by acknowledging my former colleagues on the Metro Council who have joined us here this morning, Council Lady Nancy Van Rees, Councilman Brett Withers, and the chair of the Council's Budget and Finance Committee, Tanika Vercher, who is also a member of the Mayor's Minority Business Advisory Council. I also want to thank Joe Woolley, the CEO of Nashville's LGBT Chamber, who has joined us here this morning. And he did a ton of work as a leader in Nashville to help us get to the point where we can make this announcement this morning. In just a few minutes, I'll be signing a historic executive order for Nashville. It's historic for this city and for the South, and but it's part of a long tradition in Nashville of demonstrating a commitment to everybody who lives in this city about making our city more inclusive and a place for equitable economic opportunity. Today, Nashville will become the first city in the South to recognize LGBT-owned businesses as a category for procurement by city government. What this means is that just like we currently track spending with minority and women-owned businesses, going forward, we'll start to track procurement and spending of Metro money with LGBT-owned businesses here in Nashville. It helps us get started to look more deeply at procurement in Nashville to make sure that we're giving everybody a fair shot at procurement when it comes to Metro business. And we've never captured that data before. In fact, no city in the South has ever captured that data. That's not to say no one is, because there are plenty of businesses in our city and in our state and in the country that already capture this sort of information. Most of the businesses across the country use a certification created by the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce. In collaboration with the Nashville Chamber, we're going to roll that out here in Nashville. A couple of years ago, the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce stated that there's about $1.7 trillion contributed to the economy annually by LGBT businesses. And when you can measure something, it makes you focus on it more. That's what we're going to be doing here in Nashville. We're already doing that with minority and women-owned businesses here in Nashville through the Equal Business Opportunity Program, which thankfully the Metro Council passed unanimously just last month. It's good to see that Council Lady Berkeley Allen has joined us as well this morning. Just like we did with the minority and women-owned businesses, we've added some more capacity building programs. Those programs are also going to be available to the LGBT businesses here in our community to let them know about procurement opportunities with Metro so that we can give everybody a fair chance to compete here in Nashville. When we talk about doing business and providing economic opportunity to everybody in our community, it shouldn't matter who you love or how you identify. That's what today is really all about in the city of Nashville. LGBT businesses should have just as much opportunity to do business with Nashville as any other business in town, and that's what today is all about. Here in the mayor's office, each and every day, we look at our decisions through an equity lens. We want to make sure that in this moment of prosperity, everybody, no matter who you love, no matter what you look like, no matter what your background or your gender, you have a level playing field and a fair shot at prosperity. So today is an important moment forward for our community in that regard. I want to thank a few people who are here today and have been leaders in this field long before I was mayor. Chance Mitchell, I'm the co-founder and CEO of the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for coming down from DC today. It is always a break to leave DC, so I'm sure it was welcome. Jack Davis with Good Neighbors Festivals, a Nashville LGBT business. Thanks for being here today. Chauvin Bacchus from the Stiletto Chef, the owner of Stiletto Chef, a full-service catering company that has already been certified, is here today. Clay Fennell? Fennell, I got that right. The Senior Vice President of Government Affairs for Comcast. Thanks for being here today.
Sure.
Audra Ladd is back here in the back. She is on my staff and works hard with small businesses in Nashville every single day. Michelle Hernandez-Lane, who is the Metro purchasing agent, is I think she was going to join us, but her boss is here, which is even better. Talia Lomax O'Neill, the city's finance director. Ashford Hughes, Metro's chief diversity, equity, and inclusion officer. Members of the Minority Advisory Business Council, I see some of them here today. And let me say, last but not least, every Monday morning we have a senior staff meeting, and there are 10 of us around the table. It's important to me that that group of people look like the city, and it does, I think. That includes Joseph Woodson, who is here and has worked really hard on this. He is one of my senior legislative advisors here in the mayor's office, but he's also the city's LGBT liaison, which is important for the city to have right now. Having Joseph and, frankly, Patrick Hamilton at the table every Monday morning when we make decisions as a city makes sure that we focus on issues like this. And so today is a good day for the city of Nashville because we're making good news, but it is consistent with the long trend in this city of making sure that we reach out and provide opportunity to everybody, no matter what you look like, no matter what your background, no matter who you love, because Nashville is a chance where everybody can prosper. So, and I'm very proud of everybody who is here today in that regard. Now I'd like to turn it over to Joe Woolley, who is the CEO of Nashville's LGBT community.
Just mic drop that, Mayor, and we could all walk off and go home. You've said it all and summarized everything beautifully. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart for speaking on behalf of the community for this. It's a big day. I look out on this amazing group of friends and allies and co-workers, and they've all gathered here on this to see this historic moment. I want to start off by thanking our members, because we're a chamber, and without our members, we're really nothing. We advocate every day for our members, and this executive order today is going to benefit all of our members. For our corporate members that already do and practice this and have this policy, they are now up there with Metro government setting the example, making Nashville an even better place to do business, which it already is. I mean, I get to work in this incredible city every day, seeing the corporations that are coming here that see what we have going on here, and this makes us shine even brighter. It benefits the corporate members that don't yet have this policy to help them come along, because business is leading the way in this, and this is the way it's going. To our small business members, they thrive because Nashville continues to thrive, but really this benefits our LGBT members. Jack and Siobhan are two of those, and this is a huge day. The NFL draft is coming to town. Big news for Nashville. But that announcement then coming really spotlighted. They do a Business Connect spend, and it showed that they want to do business with minority businesses of all types. And it showed that we need to really build that pipeline. The mayor gave $25,000 in his budget to the Nashville LGBT Chamber of Commerce to build that pipeline of businesses to do work with Metro, and we have already started that. I want to thank my friends on the Mayor's Small Business Minority Council that we did the work of drafting the incredible historic disparity study legislation. That legislation is the key piece that came out of that, and it's so important. This was the top policy recommendation from that council, and I really want to commend them on having that be the top policy piece out of that. It really meant a lot to me. It means a lot to Nashville. It was really an incredible moment. But all of us want to make sure that our minority businesses have a fair shake in doing business with Metro and just doing business in the city as a whole. I want to thank them for that. And our many community partners that are in the room, from the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce, the Nashville Civic Convention and Visitors Corporation, the Hispanic Chamber, the Tennessee Latin America Chamber, the Black Chamber. Thank you all for your partnerships. There's too many to name on who we work with every day to make Nashville better for businesses. Our LGBT groups that are in the room, the Tennessee Equality Project, the Metro Human Relations Commission, Nashville Pride, and the Human Rights Campaign. They have all been great in, again, pushing this forward. It's a monumental day for Nashville around LGBT rights. The mayor's staff, he's thanked so many, but Joseph, Audra, Ashford, without you all, I mean, this wouldn't have happened. Thank you for your tireless work on this. Ashley for chairing the council. It took a lot to get here today, but really this is because of one person who stepped forward and said, this is right, this is what we're doing, and that's Mayor David Briley, and I just want to give him another big round of applause. Thank you again, and I'm going to introduce Chance with the NGLCC.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Chance Mitchell. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce in Washington, D.C., and it's a pleasure to be here with each and every one of you today. I have some prepared remarks, but I want to begin by just thanking the mayor for not only hosting us, but for this really momentous occasion. Thank you so much, and it was really great to be down here. As you know, there's nothing interesting going on in Washington, so my schedule was quite free. It's always a pleasure to visit this city. On behalf of the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce, our local Nashville affiliate, the corporate partners and community leaders here, and all others who have stood with us to expand LGBT business inclusion throughout and across America. Thank you for making history here today in Nashville. You are the first city in the South, so again, I think that deserves a round of applause. While we have a long way to go for LGBT equality in the region, the South has always had a strong and growing network of NGLCC-certified LGBTBEs and LGBT-owned companies. We hope this executive order in Nashville will encourage many more mayors to proactively include the LGBT community for the optimum social and economic health of their cities. The innovative businesses this empowers in Nashville will powerfully contribute to the $1.7 trillion and tens of thousands of new jobs that America's 1.4 million LGBT-owned business owners put into the national economy. Progressive and inclusive leadership, like that of Mayor Briley, will ensure greater access to the American dream for every American. The rationale for this EO is incredibly simple. Our local economies cannot achieve their full potential without the full participation of every citizen with something to offer. Greater diversity among suppliers encourages greater innovation and competition. Greater competition lowers bid prices. Lower bid prices result in millions of dollars in taxpayer savings across the Nashville area that can be reinvested into the roads, schools, and services that help all communities. And I want to underscore that this benefits all of us. To paraphrase Justin Nelson, my co-founder at NGLCC, when it comes to inclusion, there is no us against them. No more the pie isn't big enough. Because we all know the pie is as big as we collectively want to bake it. When communities of color do better, so do we. When women do better, so do we. When people with disabilities and veterans do better, so do we. And when we do better, so do they. This process began nearly 5 years ago thanks to the leadership of the Nashville LGBT Chamber here locally. They acted swiftly and powerfully to put grants from the NGLCC and Wells Fargo, as well as the City of Nashville, to work building capacity for certified LGBT business-owned enterprises and building coalitions in the community to champion their inclusion in the metro area. It's no surprise that in short order, the Nashville Chamber has been awarded prizes for outstanding programming and was even named our 2016 Rising Star as one of NGLCC's most outstanding new chambers. And in the time since we have seen tremendous advancements for business inclusion that have led us to the signing today. Not only do more than 250 corporations and growing recognize the importance of a fully inclusive work and supply chain, so do an ever-growing number of cities and states that Nashville will now join. In 2018, NGLCC won the inclusion of LGBT business enterprises in Baltimore, Maryland, Jersey City, New Jersey, and Hoboken, New Jersey, while also advancing statewide bills in New York and New Jersey. Currently, California, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania also include certified LGBT-owned businesses, along with major cities like Seattle, Newark, Columbus, and Philadelphia. Again, thank you, Joe and the Nashville Chamber team, and especially Mayor Briley for your leadership. I would also like to thank Jonathan Levitz, who is a Senior Vice President with the NGLCC at National, for helping shepherd this through. So thank you all. Give yourself a round of applause. Mayor Briley, you're an inspiration to mayors across the country, especially those in the South, who will look at what you have done here today as a model for what they must do for their communities. Our best days for our country and our economy are ahead of us because we chose to be inclusive. Thank you so much. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Clayton Fennell, who is one of corporate partners of the NGLCC from Comcast, Senior Vice President of Government Relations.
Thanks. Thanks so much, Chance. It's quite an honor to be here this morning from a cold and snowy Philadelphia, but I couldn't think of a better place to get on a 5 a.m. flight than Nashville today to celebrate this really historic moment with you all. So congratulations, and we applaud Mayor Briley in issuing the executive order today. It takes a true leader in order to do that. At Comcast NBC Universal, we stand for including everyone. We believe that a diverse and inclusive community is a more effective company, leading us to approach diversity as a driver for business growth and innovation. As a result, diversity and inclusion is a fundamental part of our corporate strategy, and just as important, it's part of our DNA. We stand for the communities we serve, and we are committed to respecting and reflecting them in everything we do. For us, diversity is more than just ethnicity or gender. It connects the rich tapestry of identities, ages, backgrounds, and thoughts that make up our evolving communities. We actively create and expand opportunities for diverse-owned businesses in our supply chain, including NGLCC certified LGBT-owned businesses. Diverse suppliers bring value to our company not just through their offerings, but also by creating opportunities for economic growth in our communities. Building these partnerships help us address our company's evolving needs, while also passing along the benefits of our success to others. Each year, Comcast NBC Universal participates in dozens of outreach activities and capacity building events to grow our supplier diversity pipeline. We actively partner with organizations that support diverse suppliers, including NGLCC and its regional affiliates like the Nashville LGBT Chamber and the National Business Inclusion Consortium. These partnerships have proven to be key to the success of our supplier diversity program. Because of our commitment to diverse businesses, Comcast NBC Universal was the first media and technology company to be inducted into the $1 Billion Roundtable, a prestigious corporate advocacy group that celebrates corporations that achieve spending of at least $1 billion with minority, woman, and LGBT-owned suppliers. We have the privilege of working with thousands of diverse suppliers that are not only devoted to developing the highest quality products, but also share our commitment to maintaining an inclusive workplace. Companies can qualify as diverse suppliers and vendors in our supplier diversity program if they fall into one of the key categories: minority business enterprise, women business enterprise, veteran business enterprise, service-disabled veteran business enterprise, historically underutilized business enterprise, persons with disabilities, small business, and lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender-owned enterprises. On behalf of Comcast NBC Universal, I congratulate Nashville in being the first city in the South to include LGBT businesses certified by NGLCC in its local procurement. This inclusive policy will provide fair and equal access to contracting opportunities and economic development programs that drive innovation, create jobs, and promote economic growth throughout the region. It's my pleasure to introduce two LGBTQ-owned business owners, Jack Davis and Siobhan Bacchus.
I first want to thank Mayor Briley, the City of Nashville, Metropolitan Davidson County. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. Today, I'm privileged and honored to be a part of history. I am the owner of the Stiletto Chef. I own a 36 spice vending business, and I also do private chefing and catering. I am also thrilled that I am given the opportunity to be a part of the NFL draft, to be in process of the national certification, and to also be a member of the Nashville Chamber of Commerce. I feel like today history is made simply because I feel like I have beaten the odds, and I can be the face, and I can let everybody know that this is okay to love who you love and still be given opportunities. Being a Black business owner, being a female business owner, and also a part of the LGBT community. Again, I want to thank Mayor Briley for making this day in history and making me a part of it, and the City of Nashville. Thank you.
I'm Jack Davis with Good Neighbor Festivals. Appreciate everyone's leadership. Mayor Briley, thank you. I'm happy to be a part of this historic day here in Nashville. As an LGBT-owned business and an LGBT-certified business, it's important to be counted. It's important that the city knows where its money is going. And I am just proud and honored that, we're the first city in the South, which is huge. That doesn't happen a lot. Nashville is already doing business with a lot of LGBT businesses, and it's important that they understand who these companies are and how to include more of us. We manage a bunch of festivals here in Nashville, and we hope to continue to grow that here in the city. And I appreciate everyone's leadership. I'm a proud member of the Chamber of Commerce here, and they have done a wonderful job over the years of advocating for small businesses so we can grow, we can create jobs. Thank you.
Let me start by saying that the thank yous are owed to Jack and Siobhan, not the other way around, because folks like y'all are who make this such a special place to live. And so thank you for being willing to come out tonight. This morning. I appreciate it.
Everybody squeeze in. Let's try to squeeze in as much as possible. All right, squeeze. And from the back, make sure you're not looking at the backs of my head. Perfect. All right, this is your guy right here. Thank you all.
That was fast.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information about this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.